like it cause she bad, hold up, wait. I just like it cause she bad, hold up, wait. And she got her own bag, hold up, wait. She do whatever for the cash, yeah. I just like it cause she bad, hold up, wait.
Hey you guys, so today I'm basically going to be showing you how I style and customize my wigs from start to finish using Beauty Forever hair. This is their natural wave hair in the inches 26, 26, 24, and they sent me a 22-inch bundle, but I'm not using it today, but I'm using their 20-inch frontal. So just 3 bundles in a frontal. This is how their hair comes packaged. It comes packaged really well, and the shipping is pretty fast. This is the natural texture of the hair. This is natural wave hair once again. This is just how it looks. I'm going to comb it out as well to show you guys how it looks with it combed out in case you want to keep this natural pattern. This is their frontal. Their frontals come pre-plucked and the lace is pretty transparent. It does have some sort of a tint to it, but it doesn't bother me since I am a darker skin tone. But one good thing about their frontals is that the texture matches the texture on the bundles, and it is pre-plucked, as you can see. So to dye my hair, I'm going to be using Revlon Color Silk dye in the color black. I love using this dye when it comes to dyeing my bundles jet black because it just gets the hair very silky and shiny. So the knots are already bleached and the hair is already dyed. If you want a step-by-step tutorial of how I make my wigs from like start to finish, like really step-by-step for beginners, I'll be doing a separate video. But in this video, I'm just going to be showing you the basics. So right now, I'm just pinning my frontal to my wig head to prep it to be plucked. So before I start plucking my frontal, I like to comb the hair all the way back, and I also like to pluck my frontals when they are wet. It's just easier and you can see what you're really doing. So as you can see, I'm plucking. I just like to eye it. I don't really part and then pluck, part then pluck like most people do. I just use my eyes and see how I want my hairline to look. So as you can see, I'm kind of like plucking behind the hairline. I'm not plucking at the hairline. So once again, if you want a more detailed tutorial when I'm talking about the steps and what exactly to do, that would be a separate video. So now I'm done plucking, and this is how my hairline looks. It's really natural, and it was really easy to pluck because the frontal came pre-plucked. To make my wigs, I like using the mesh dome style wig cap because this is a breathable wig cap and it's easier to make your wigs when you're using the sewing method versus the hot glue gun method. And I use the regular size. I don't use extra large or whatever the case may be. I just use the regular size because it fits my head. And by the way, this is a 23-inch wig head in case you guys are wondering. So to sew my frontal on, I like having about 3 inches of space in front of the frontal because I have a bigger forehead and it gives me a lot of room to work with. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. I put the frontal 3 inches in front of the wig cap, if that makes sense. Now to sew, you don't want to put your needle in the elastic band part. There's a, piece of fabric on top of the elastic band that you want to put your needle through, because if you put your needle through the band, it won't allow your wig to stretch. So that's basically what I'm doing, just putting it in the piece of cloth that's on top of the band instead of the actual elastic band. So basically I just repeat this stitching method all across the frontal. Now that my frontal is completely sewed on, the bundles are dyed, I'm going to begin to sew on my first weft. With my first weft, I don't like to sew it to the frontal. I like to place it directly on the end of right at the end of the wig cap. Doing this allows my wigs to appear longer than what they are. Like for example, this is a 26-inch, but with me sewing the first weft way at the end, it will make it look like a 28-inch. So this is just my little secret. So I'm basically going to repeat this stitching method all across the weft and throughout the whole entire making of the wig. So I'm pretty much in the middle of the wig head. This is my second bundle that I'm on. Once again, if you want a more detailed tutorial, step by step, that will be a separate video. But now you can see that I'm now attaching the wefts to the frontal. I don't only do this with the second bundle, I do it with the first bundle as well, but I start attaching the wefts to the frontal with my third weft. So once again, it's just the same stitching method all across the wig. Now my wig is completely done. This is how it looks. This is all 3 bundles. I had about 1 track left, but this is all 3 bundles. This is how the hair looks dried. And now I am about to cut the extra piece of the wig cap that's underneath the frontal. You want to cut this extra piece so it doesn't show in your frontal. Like if you part your frontal a certain way, you don't want this piece to show. So you just cut this out. The reason why it's a piece there is because you sent your frontal about 2 to 3 inches in front of the wig cap. So now that that is done, I'm about to pluck a part in the frontal. I want a middle part, so that's what I'm going to go for. When it comes to plucking my part, I like to be really precise with this. I'll have to explain this more in detail in a separate video, but I'm basically just, plucking, taking out each knot that I see in that space where I need my part. So now we're getting to styling the wig. I already have a crimping tutorial on my channel, so if you want a more detailed tutorial on how I crimp my wigs, you could go to that video. I'll put the link down below in the description box. But that's what I'm about to do to this wig. I am about to crimp it. As you can see in the thumbnail, the wig is crimped and it's really pretty. So this is just me styling the wig. So the wig is basically done. I just want to give a shout out to Beauty Forever Hair for allowing me to do a review for their hair company. This hair is so freaking pretty and it's so bomb. I absolutely love it. It's really soft, really shiny, as you can see, and the bundles are extremely full because this wig is 3 bundles, but it looks like it's about 4 bundles, and the frontals come pre-plucked. So shout out to them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Everything you need to know about Beauty Forever Hair will be down below in the description box.
Hold up, I just like it cause she bad. Hold up, wait, I just like it cause she